Hello everyone, I got a new question for you which is on concept of quadratic equation, which is third chapter of our algebra module. In this question we will use the property of nature of roots. Okay, so let's see the question. Now here you have question in front of you on the screen. You can pause the video and try attempting the question by yourself, or we can solve this together. So question says the number of non-negative integer values of k for which the quadratic equation has only integer roots. अब integer roots कैसे मिलते हैं आपको? Now we have a formula to find out the roots. What is the formula? Which is minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now this is the formula for root. So here you will get the roots. Now it is possible only when you have what? This inside the square root part, which is also called discriminant, as positive. So if it is positive, or it's greater than equal to 0, then it is possible. But we also have to keep in mind that we are looking for non-negative integer values of k. Okay, so it should be positive. Also, we have to make sure that the discriminant should be a perfect square. Only when it is perfect square, the square root sign can be simplified. And if square root sign can be simplified, then you will get the integer value. If you have got square root, then it will not be an integer value, right? So it's important for us to simplify this and get the integer, the square root. That means a perfect square, the d to be a perfect square, the discriminant to be a perfect square. यहाँ तक चलते फिर then we will understand next to that. Okay. Only integer roots. ठीक है. So then the finally it should also be divisible by 2. We'll take care of that. Integer it did not mention the negative or positive. So minus b और plus minus sign का कुछ फर्क पड़ने वाला नहीं है. We just need to make sure that it is divisible by 2 also. तो पहले हम लोग use करते हैं perfect square वाला condition. Discriminant to be a perfect square so that the square root can be simplified and we get some integer part out of it. Okay. So when is it possible? Discriminant का formula क्या होता है? That is b square minus 4ac, which is inside the square root. B square, so here b is what? Minus 5. So minus 5 square is 25. And minus 4a is 1, c is k. So 4 into k. That gives you what? 25 minus 4k. That is discriminant. Correct? Now we need to see we need to substitute the possible integer values of non-negative, मतलब 0 भी हो सकता है. Non-negative values of k such that we get value of d which is a perfect square. Okay, so if we substitute k equal to, हम लोग देखते हैं क्या. So okay, एक चीज और ध्यान रखो. It is 25 minus, so we need to have all the perfect square which is equal to or less than 25. Okay, so 25 equal to or less than 25, what are the perfect square? So 25 itself is a perfect square. Then you got 16, then you have 3 square 9, 2 square 4 and 1 square 1. In which way, for what value of k you can get the discriminant to be 25? When you substitute k equal to 0. For what value of k you can get the discriminant to be 16? अगर आप उसको 16 equal रखोगे ना, so you get what? 16 equal to 25 minus 4k, and then you will have what? 4k equal to 25 minus 16, and this way you will get the difference to be 9. And here you got 4. So if you divide it by 4, you are not going to get the integer value. Correct? What does it mean? It means that the difference should also be divisible by 4 every time. Then only you will get it. Then only you will get the k value also as an integer. Okay. So here we'll say this is not possible. 9, is it possible for 9? You can check. If discriminant is 9, what should be the value of k? For 9, discriminant should be 4. So 25 minus 4 into 4, which is 16. So 25 minus 16 is 9. Okay. 4, in which case, now for that, you need to keep here for 25 minus, for 4, we need to have 21, but for 21, here it is not possible because 21 is not multiple. So this is also gone. So 1, can we have 1? Yes, we can have when you substitute k equal to 6 because we know table of 4. 4 6 are 24. 25 में से 4, 25 में से 24 minus करोगे तो 1 बचेगा. So that is. So how many values of k we got here? 1, 2, 3. And for that we also have to make sure the root root for which the quadratic equation this has only integer roots, then the root is not only discriminant to be an integer, we also need to make sure that the root is also an integer. So if we look at this x which is minus b, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा minus of minus 5. कैसे पता चला? अरे इक्वेशन में दिया है. Here if you compare the equation with what? ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. That's how we got b equal to minus 5, right? Okay, minus 5. This is plus minus square root of the discriminant. Okay, by 2. So we here this is what an odd number. अब square root निकालने के बाद भी we need to have odd number. Only then we'll have odd plus odd as even, and that will be divisible by 2. Or odd minus odd is also even, that will also be divisible by 2, right? So root d should also be an odd number. अब यहाँ पे हमारे पास d क्या है? हमारे पास है 25, okay, which is working for k equal to 0. So 25 का square root is 5, odd number. So odd minus odd or odd plus odd will be even. It will be divisible by 2. So this discriminant will work. That means this value of k is working. Next is 9. 9, if you find the square root of 9, that's 3. That's also odd number. That means odd minus odd या odd plus odd even बनेगा. That will be divisible by 2. Subsequently, you will get integer value. मतलब divisible by 2 तो denominator cancel हो जाएगा ना. So you only have integer there, right? And same will work for d equal to 1 here also, right? So for d equal to 9 is working, that means k equal to 4 working. D equal to 1 working, that means k equal to 4 working, right? Okay. So how many values of k possible? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 values of k possible. So answer here is k can take 3 values. K can take 3 values. 3 values. Okay, this is also without option. That means theta type of question. Type in the answer type of question. So here you will type 3. Here you will type what? 3. ऐसा पूरा लिख मत देना. ऐसा लिखने के लिए ऑप्शन मिलेगा भी नहीं, because you have buttons there. You can't type. Okay. Correct. I hope you understood this. Let's try the next question.